Hi, Jessica Genung here with Active Realty. Today we are going to do an overview of all of the Lennar communities at Heritage Lake, as well as we're going to be touring the Chelsea Residence 4 model, which is the largest of all of the floor plans that is selling for new construction in Heritage Lake. Here we go. There are 3 communities at Heritage Lake by Lennar. So you've got Rockport, Hampton, and Chelsea. Rockport is the smallest community with about 80 homes, followed by Chelsea, which has 113 home sites, and Hampton, which has the most at 187, for a grand total of 380 homes for all of Lennar. All of this new construction is in the northeast section in the city of Menifee within the master plan community of Heritage Lake. As of the making of this video, we are beyond halfway through the phases of Chelsea and Rockport. I had a client that was looking to move mid-2021 or later in the year, and the salesperson thought that Chelsea and Rockport would probably not be available at that time. But Hampton, which just to remind you has the most home sites, probably will still be building. So if you are as much as a year or more out from looking, you might want to focus on the Hampton community. However, as of today, near the end of June in 2020, all 3 communities are still available. Since Chris and we happen to be working in Heritage Lake so much, we have a pretty good handle on what's available any given time as the phases come and go. Feel free to reach out to us, even if you are just thinking about Heritage Lake. We love to hear from you, and we'll try to answer any questions that you have. Getting back to the models, here is the street next to the sales center. There are models on both sides of the street, and I have a video on almost every model available, as you can see. Each model can be found in the links below. You can tour all of the models for the 3 communities right here, which is super convenient. One thing I don't mention very much in my other Heritage Lake videos is solar. As of this year, 2020, all new construction in California is required to have solar. At Heritage Lake, Lennar, the homeowner, you can purchase the equipment from the solar company outright, or you can do what's called a power purchase agreement, which is kind of similar to a lease, but I think it's a little bit better in my opinion. Most of my clients have been doing the power purchase agreement instead of purchasing the system outright. In Chelsea, there are 4 floor plans total. Today, we are going to show you the Residence 4, which is the biggest and most expensive of all of the Lennar models at Heritage Lake. The Residence 4 is over 3,100 square feet. It has 5 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, and has a nice extra tandem storage area in the garage. I'll explain a little more once we get in there. Let's talk about one of the key details in buying in Heritage Lake, starting with the HOA. The $70 per month HOA is the best HOA value in Menifee, in my opinion. There are tons of amenities, including 2 pools, a spa, splash pad, walking trails right on the lake, paddle boats, and a clubhouse, just to name a few. Moving on to property taxes. There are special assessments in the community, and the property tax rate totals to about 2%, which is on the high side, but very typical for newer construction in our area. If low taxes is important to you, you are going to want to focus on the older communities that have much lower special assessment rates, especially homes built in the 1990s in Menifee. That is where we typically see the lower property tax rates. I talk about this trade-off a lot with my clients. If you want a brand new or a newer home, you are typically going to have to pay a higher tax rate in our area. Check out my Heritage Lake video to learn more about the community. That video is more on the resale side, or otherwise known as pre-owned homes instead of new. One advantage of the resale side is that all of those slightly older areas started building around the lake and then they built out from there. Also, it is closer to the clubhouse and the main pool. The newer pool near McCall and Briggs on the east side is nice too, but not quite the same as the main pool, which is right on the lake. The newest sports park is under construction and will be great as well, no doubt. Real quick tip. Make sure you take your knowledgeable and experienced agent with you the very first time you visit a new construction community. If you do not, your interests will be represented by the sales rep that works for the builder. Not only should your independent agent have knowledge and information about the one community that you're interested in, but they should know about all of the surrounding communities so they can share that information with you and give you all of your choices for the local area. One other advantage to the resale side is the homes have typically been fully completed. The new construction homes do not come with a landscape backyard, no custom paint, it's just going to be white walls, and no window coverings come with the home. These are things that you are going to have to do after you close on your new construction purchase. Lennar is known for their everything's included sales model. If you haven't learned about that, check out some of my other Heritage Lake videos where I talk about that. Most of the things that you see in the model, they really are included. Most other builders I can think of, all those little things are extra. Thanks so much as always for watching my video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you want to learn more about moving to our area. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.